Hi, I'm Jacqueline Pigden from Junior Life and welcome to today's Wednesday's Wisdom. In this video, I'm going to share with you some takeaways from the London 2012 Olympics that has just finished this past weekend. Now, here in London, we're experiencing a little bit of an Olympic hangover in the sense of there's been so much excitement, so much buzz and enthusiasm spread throughout the city, attending the Olympics, watching the Olympics, and now it's all over. So what are 3 things that we can put into our lives to help keep that momentum, that energy alive, as well as benefit and be enthusiastic and inspired and carry on that inspiration from the athletes that have just performed at London 2012 so well? So the first point that I'd like to share with you to take away is number 1, personal attributes. So what are the personal qualities that we need to have to improve our own lives that we can take away? So my big 3 are perseverance, commitment, and dedication. So we will all have seen these 3 qualities with the athletes at the Olympics. So the commitment, the dedication, and most importantly, that perseverance, that no matter what obstacles come in their way, they get going and they make it happen regardless. So if it's injuries, they attend to those, they get over those as quickly as possible to get back on track in achieving their goals. So we can think about our lives as what comes up that might be an obstacle that gets us down or sets us back. We need to quickly address that, get over it, and get back on track. So that's the first thing that we can put into our lives, is really enhance our own dedication, commitment, and perseverance, that no matter, no excuses approach, we're going to continue on following and trying to achieve our biggest goals and dreams. So the second point that is my takeaway from the Olympics is all about the fast 100. So this can be like Usain Bolt. What can you do faster in your life? So what I love about sports, and even my experience of being an athlete and trying out for the Olympics trials myself, is that everything is measured. We know exactly what our goal is. It's clarity. It's crystal clear how fast we need to go to reach a certain standard. And then every single training session, we are measured. Now, how often are you measuring what you do in your life? Perhaps it's your career, your goals, and the projects that you're working on right now. How well are you measuring them? If you go day by day, week by week, and you're not really following and tracking how well you're doing, then you're lacking a huge component that athletes get, is that excitement and the momentum to say, oh, look, I've gone faster than yesterday, I did this better than yesterday, etc., etc. So I want you to think about something in perhaps at work or even at home that you can do faster. Now, if you're thinking at home, if you ever, like, the most easiest example is if you're cleaning the house and you think, oh, it takes me an hour and a half to clean the house. Well, how about you try and do it in 45 minutes flat and actually put the clock on and don't get distracted, get focused, committed to it. Put the music on, run around the house as fast as you can and do the job at hand and see how quickly you can do it. Now, the same thing, I did this with one of my tasks in the business that I do fairly regularly. And it used to take about an hour and a half. I thought, that's just too long. I don't want this particular task to take a whole hour and a half. How can I speed it up? So you actually measure it and put the clock on. Say, right, I want it under an hour, I want it down to 45 minutes, and I've actually got it now down to 30 minutes. So I'm much more happier about that task now. I can find little 30-minute places to actually get it done instead of thinking like, oh, it's going to take me a whole hour and a half. The reason why I was able to do that was because I focused on how long it was actually taking me in the first place, and I started to knock the minutes off until I got it down to pretty much as fast as I can go right now. And so that's an example to help you think of something that you can actually speed up. So the fast 100, I'm all for having a relaxed, peaceful lifestyle where you're not in a rush and under stress. However, there are plenty of areas in your life that you can go fast, and I go fast, and I love going fast in certain areas to get things done really, really quickly. So get out the clock and time yourself and improve on your own results. Okay, the third takeaway from the London Olympics is sport. Okay, so the best thing that we can do there is think about perhaps a sport that you've never tried before that you would like to, or one that you do love and you haven't done for a while. And remember, no excuses approach. So even though I know it's a beautiful summer here in London, it's quite easy to get outside and do new activities, regardless of what the weather is, where you are in the world. Get to it and get out there. If you need to take a friend or a spouse or one of your kids, go and do some sport, try something new, have a go, even if it's just once. It's so much fun. And I'll share with you one of my friends, Lisa. She started tennis. She was so inspired by the Olympics and wanted to try a new sport, and she got a lesson, and then we went and had a hit, and it was such a fun afternoon. We had a great time, and now my only concern is that she might rather do a few tennis lessons rather than get out on the river in the morning. So I'll have to speak to her tennis coach to make sure that they don't clash. Okay, so they're my tips to help you combat an Olympic hangover if you have one, or most importantly, 3 valuable takeaways that we can take and implement into our lives after the London 2012 Olympics has now finished. They were the personal qualities, put those into your life, fast 100, and putting some sport into your life. So I hope this has helped you. I've loved bringing this video to you. If you feel that somebody in your life will benefit from watching this too, please pass it on, because I'd love to help them as well. So until next time, I'm Jacqueline Picton from Gina Life, and I hope you have a fantastic day.